a squid brush riding a guinea hen. That's the vibe I'm after. Today on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer here with the Crazy Picker Life Thursday Wind-It Up edition. So I'm starting to think about my new office and my decor and how a lot of what I have in this office space is not going to work in the new office space, mainly because it's going to be smaller and maybe not going to have as many shelves right away, although I might put some up. So I'm starting to let go of a few things. Wheeler is photographing his coffee.
Yeah, it's part of one.
Oh my gosh.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. I gotta pack some more items. I didn't do that great a job last night. We really didn't have that many. There's 3. Here's some more. This is a little goober 1932 Boulevard Miss America ? Anyway, I don't think it works. If it does work, it works. I don't know. $33.14 heading to Florida. Shutter releases for cameras come in all sizes. Here is an ACG 3.5 inch screw-in shutter release. $10.67 shipped to California. Here is a Filmo Type A filter. New in there, instructions. Oh boy, we've had it for a while. $11.53, and it's gonna be shipped for $22.50. Whoops, to Austria. I'm gonna have to refund a little shipping. That's a miss. That's a misway on Wheeler's part. Too heavy. There it is. Can we see that? That is a Nikon branded AS1 hot shoe flash coupler. $10.67, Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, I might know this guy. Test strips, $32.18, shipped to Puerto Rico. I paid $2 a box. More test strips. These are short date, and I don't make a lot on these. I don't take these very often. They just come in with some other more premium strips typically. $19.13 going to Minnesota. Okay, this is a pair of Bayer Dynamic DT990. These are some high-end German headphones as far as I understand it. We tested them to work. They need a little rehab. I better wind up that cord a little bit nicer. Anyway, these are good ones. These sold for $69.59 plus some shipping, going out to Massachusetts. Last item here, and I got to get on the road. A signed Kodak titler. That's how I used to make titles on movies. It's a whole kit in there. I thought this was really something cool because it was all there, brand new. Goes back to, who knows, 1930s, 20s, somewhere in there, 40s. I paid $10, so it was a day when just weren't finding much, or just felt like buying, or sometimes early in the day I buy stuff I shouldn't, or late in the day, or who knows. But anyway, it was a camera sort of item that I bought for $10, sold for $11.49, plus $16.45 shipping. It's kind of heavy going to New York, so break even at best. Let's get that out. The coffee that made Wheeler famous. Okay, I'm just about done there. Let me finish my coffee, and then 2 loosely packed totes, off they go. Alright, I'm sitting out here waiting for Wheeler to come back. He went into the Vision Source to pick up his new glasses. He got some Oakley frames or something, I don't know. He spends a lot on everything. Lon wasn't too excited about how much he spent on there, but most of it was his birthday present, and I guess some of it's gonna have to be his own money, so we'll see what he thinks when he comes out. There he is. Are they on?
Yeah, they're on.
Whoa.
It's kind of weird. It's like my vision went from, it was like a 95 and now it went up to 110%.
Oh my goodness.
Makes sense.
From a 95 to 110.
Can't tell if it's more blurry or way better.
Wow.
It's just crazy. It's too good.
I'll have to get you when I got a better lighting.
Yeah.
Are you happy so far?
So far.
Super happy. Did you get your $20 rebate?
Yeah, they fill out that paper, send it in.
There you go. Back in the office to do some nightly work here. I've got 4 orders to pack. I'm going to pick away at those. I don't think I'll show them. Since I showed some earlier, I'm listing this right now. This is listed as a planograph. There's really not a lot of information on a planograph. These are sort of like drafting arms, and planographs may be related to this other one over here, which is listed as a pantograph. In fact, the person might have just got it incorrect. And these were enlarging type situations used for map making and anything where you needed to take one plan and make it into a larger map. And they didn't have digital back then. They didn't have computers to expand things. They had to do a lot of things manually. And of course, when you're making maps, especially back then, they had special purpose ones. So you had sort of a pattern, a map pattern, and then you would make a map off that with all the data and things that you wanted on it, whether it was a relief map or something with pictures, other little symbols and pictures on it, or routes or whatever. So kind of interesting. It has a US Navy box on this one. Tells where it came from, 1940, serial number, all that. The box is really neat here. Everything in this one's kind of chewed up. And then this one probably is one of the better ones. This is listed as an aircraft plotter, and they have care of the bands. This thing has tensioning bands on it. Again, it's some sort of a drafting arm of sorts, and it may have a special purpose over other drafting arms. Again, early 30s, 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. All these boxes were supposedly taken after the war by a gentleman, and then he passed away, and I bought these from his wife. And actually, I believe I ran into these a few years ago, maybe as many as 5 years ago, and I looked at them and they might have had a higher price on them, and I just passed on them. They were neat to look at, but in the back of my mind, my dad was a drafter, a draftsperson. He used to do drafting with the big drafting tables and the arms and the slide thing that went across there. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking we couldn't get rid of that drafting table. In fact, we carried it around to like 4 different locations, and I can't remember where it ended up. I think he finally, before he passed away, sold it. And boy, that thing was like 200 pounds. It was a terribly heavy table that had to be level and straight, and it was metal. Oh my gosh. So the first time around, I think I passed on these, and they may have had them priced higher, and then I forget what I got these for, and it's just because that's the way my mind works. I buy something, I record it, poof, out of my mind. I could look it up. Paid $5 or $20, no more than $20, $5 a case, $5 for them all. I can't remember, but I need to get these where they need to be, whether it be a museum or somebody that does something with these or collects them. There is a market for them, however limited. This one's in pretty good condition. I don't know what to do with it. This one's got some weird corrosion happening in certain places. This one is really pretty neat, and this box is really pretty neat. So since I have like $5, $10, $15, $20 in this, I'm going to list them at $229.99, so that when they go on sale, it's right around $200. And add some shipping. The shipping's going to be pretty stout. These are pretty heavy, and there's 4 of them. It's going to be a big box. It's probably going to be, you know, $50 to $100 shipping wherever, depending on wherever it goes. So let me list that for $230. Okay, so I stacked these up. I used my scale here, and it turned itself off before I could get over here. 56 pounds. Pretty good sized box. You know, this is one of those items that could sell quick or not, but there's just not a lot of it available, not a lot of track record. Certainly, you know, has some interest from collectors. I don't think there's a lot of it out there, but it definitely is a smaller niche, so somebody will find it, and it'll go sooner or later, maybe quick, maybe not. One of those things you just can't tell for sure, but for sure, for $5 or $20, whatever I paid for it, I'll pick that up every day. All right, second listing is a PFAFF 207 sewing machine. I don't have a cord. It's a funky cord. This is probably a German made or a European made. Can't test it, won't test it, sell it untested. Somebody will have to refurb it a little bit. These things are made pretty solid. This one does not have the foot pedal with it, and so I think I paid 20 bucks. I'm going to list it for $69.99 plus shipping and move it out. It should go pretty quick. Okay, Falstaff tray. I paid too much for this. I paid 60 bucks. I got fooled into thinking that it was real, and I didn't look it up. It looks like it has some age on it. I thought it was pretty cool. Now I know I've got to look for the certain maker marks. They do come in this size with different scenes and a little bit different back to hang it. I know what to look for now. I listed it for 40 plus shipping. It may or may not sell for that. This remake probably came out in the 70s, could be 60s, could be 80s, probably 60s or 70s. The originals were pre-prohibition, and they do exist, and they do go for hundreds of dollars. So that's a mistake, but I got it listed. Okay, my last item for tonight is this Schlitz tapper. I purchased this recently for $275, something like that. It's really cool. It's heavy duty. It's almost 8 pounds. It's got porcelain advertising, Schlitz badging, porcelain badging all around. It's got the premium Schlitz tapper on the front. It's not in perfect shape. It's used, you know, scratches and all that kind of stuff. These come up once in a while. If somebody wants one, when mine is listed, they'll pay $499.99, 500 bucks plus shipping. If not, I'll keep it listed. Now, realistically, on something like that, it's going to take weeks or months or even a year or more to sell. You know, I've had beer signs come and go that I've paid for, I paid up for, and sold for bigger money. So it's a timing thing. It's people have to have it. It's a collectible. Some of my stuff that I've sold is one of a kind. There's not many out there, or they don't come up very often. I had a country club sign that I paid $150 for that sold for $700-800. I had a Schlitz sign I made $100 or $200 on. I had a Blatz sign similar to this, all metal frame that I sold, $300 profit, something like that. I enjoy these things, and I'll get my enjoyment out of them, and when they sell, I get my enjoyment out of a profit of some kind. So that's just how that goes. Those kind of items tend to go up. Now, one problem with them is they tend to rust and deteriorate over time unless you have perfect ones. So there's the catch-22. All right. 4 items. $840. Oh, tomorrow I haven't decided. I gotta do a little brainstorming on a topic, but tomorrow's Friday topic day. I'm gonna do a topic and then taking tomorrow night off more or less, and just gonna relax and get to bed reasonably early. We've got early Saturday to drive and go to a 5K race with the kids and the family. We're gonna spend a bunch of the day there and have some fun. So, topic day tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Tune in then, and we'll see what we can talk about. And who knows? Who knows? I haven't come up with it yet. I've got a short list of topics. Pick wild, list often. Dealers out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.